Hi, I'm Patrick Prendeville with Prendeville Insurance Agency, and we have offices in Dana Point, Rancho Mirage, and San Diego. Modus solves a major issue that homeowners associations face all the time, which is how do you deal with earthquake insurance? For many, it's very expensive, and oftentimes it's confusing. Modus has done a great job in really creating a program that makes it so easy for the unit owners to have a much better plan than they could otherwise possibly buy in the open market. So Modus is really helpful, not only to the unit owners, but they also help the board members in meeting their fiduciary duty to protect the association's assets. One thing I tell boards that are considering it, I let the boards know that this is probably one of the single best things they can do. Modus handles all of the steps and makes it very, very easy, not only for the board, but also for the community manager. Modus has done this many times, and they have a very smooth process of educating the homeowners and then actually signing them up. So there's very little work to be done from the board or the community manager's point of view. The question I get most often from community managers and boards about Modus is, what happens if a unit owner buys insurance but their neighbor does not? That's an inherent problem in today's environment. Whether you have California Earthquake Authority or you have GeoVera, if one person has insurance and the other one does not, it brings a certain set of problems. But the unit owner that has a Modus policy is able to get more financial assistance for themselves on what is really an eventuality that there will be a major assessment after an earthquake. So the homeowners that get the Modus policy will be way more prepared than the ones that are uninsured. It's typically less expensive, but it's always better in far as coverage because the definitions are so much more broad than what you can get through the California Earthquake Authority. It has always been very important to me that Modus works with highly rated carriers, and they've done an excellent job at that. In fact, their carriers are all at least A-rated, admitted in the state of California. They really have top-level companies, and if they didn't, I would not have been participating on it. So it's a very important feature that they have top-rated carriers. For the boards that have enrolled in Modus, as far as what they have in common, I would say that they all share the thought that they're trying to make it easier for the unit owners to buy earthquake insurance. And the boards have all recognized the inherent problems within the California Earthquake Authority. CEA is a wonderful policy, but it does have certain barriers, and Modus has done a great job of fixing those barriers. And I think the boards truly appreciate the fact that they can send out to the community a policy that takes these big issues off the table and gives their unit owners, which is basically their neighbors, of course, gives them resolution to some very pressing issues. So I think a lot of boards that are coming along are boards that recognize that maybe they can't fund the entire earthquake policy, but they can buy this Modus policy, which then gives the unit owners the opportunity to buy a very robust, competitive earthquake plan, which benefits not only the unit owner, but the community as a whole.